Hey guys, hope everyone's having an awesome day. And I was just pondering, I'm down here at the river having a beautiful time in the afternoon in the sun, well, in the shade at the moment, but I was just reading something over the weekend and it really kind of caught my attention, and I really wanted to share my thoughts on it around emotions, because I hear this quite a lot in terms of like people saying, oh, I've got anxiety, I've got depression, I need to learn how to manage these things. And I think managing is a way of almost trying to ignore, change, or suppress emotions. And so if that's not what you're doing, and I certainly have no judgment on yourself in whatever works for you, because whatever works for you is going to be the best thing for you personally. However, I just wanted to share my thoughts on this because, hey Laura, hey Sandra, hey Christy, quite often by managing our emotions, we're trying to change the emotion without necessarily understanding what gift that particular emotion is actually bringing us. And I truly believe that emotions are our most valuable and powerful resource. They are constantly letting you know where you're at with your thoughts. And if we are trying to, we're having large experiences of anxiety or large experiences of depression, there is a reason for that, guys. And it's not about ignoring that, not about trying to change it or make it wrong or make it bad or have judgment or anything else. And it's really about trying to understand what is the deeper message that's actually going on here. What is the gift? I know for me, I get high anxiety when I'm super tired. My ego survival mind runs crazy. For me, that's just a red flag saying, hey, slow down, you're going a little bit nutso, you're trying to get too much done, and letting me know that there's a thought, there's a belief that I have that is actually disempowering me. And I know that it's disempowering me because it makes me feel like rubbish. So if my feelings feel like rubbish, that's a strong signal that something is off. And when we get used to trying to manage our anxiety or manage our depression, or I guess I do have a fairly strong opinion around diagnoses and things, because I think all emotions are here to serve us at times, and it's only when we kind of get stuck in a certain level of thinking or a certain level of thought, I truly believe, and I'm certain that there's times where if I'd gone to the doctor, I would have absolutely been diagnosed with anxiety or depression, particularly after my mum had passed away and my marriage had broken down. I had lots of those kind of thoughts and feelings, which is actually really healthy and really normal, because hey, guess what? I'm human, as are everybody else, or as is everybody else. And so it's a really powerful, important distinction. I was sad, I felt angry, I felt scared, I felt frightened, which were all a very, very normal human response. Hey Emily, great to have you on. Hey Jen, hey Donna, which was all a very normal and human response to the experience that I was actually having. But I also had some disempowering thoughts that had kind of perpetuated from childhood, which were all around body image, all around being unlovable, all around not feeling enough. So all of those feelings associated with those thoughts let us know there is a larger part in ourselves. Our soul, our spirit knows we are 100% worthy, we are 100% lovable, we are 100% amazing and incredible just as we are. And if our mind, our ego survival mind, or our feelings are not in alignment with that, we know that something needs to shift or change, not to buy into the thoughts, and really to understand what is that emotion actually trying to bring me or give me. What is the message? It might be that you've done something in the same way for such a long time, like overgiving. Anger, again, is such a powerful emotion when we embrace it as our friend instead of making it wrong or shameful or bad. Anger is really an indication that we don't have healthy boundaries, that we've overgiven, or we've done something that's actually not okay with ourselves. But if we make anger wrong and bad and then feel shame or guilt or anything else, and then we're trying to push all that down either with food or a big happy smiley face, that was how I lived for years, then none of the message is actually getting through, and you don't get to evolve and grow as a soul. You that's actually incorrect. Your soul is still evolving. However, you don't get to keep up with that. Your ego survival mind still has you stuck in this disempowered state or this annoyed state where the same thing will keep happening again and again and again. If you're feeling frustrated, again, the same things are going to keep reoccurring as well. So it's a really, really important thing to remember, to embrace your emotions, to sit with your emotions and go, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Is it a thought that I keep thinking that actually is a really painful thought for me? And if I question that thought, then I get to release the thought and I get to release the feeling and just feel better within myself. And no emotion is bad or wrong or you know, up or down, positive, negative, any of that stuff. It's only the ego survival mind that says this is bad or I should feel better. Now, one of the things that you'll find is the more that you manage your experience or your responsiveness, and so by using the word manage, because I'm conscious of that obviously, but it's about being curious and kind of like, oh, I wonder what's going on, rather than, oh my god, I'm feeling this particular way again. Sorry, there's a few flies here. Hey Kayla, hey Chris, hey Phil, lovely to have you guys on. By really tuning into you know, what is this emotion trying to tell me, and by being responsive and curious to the emotion as opposed to judgmental or bad, or perhaps, you know, and I certainly did this for a long time and still occasionally do it, get frustrated about feeling frustrated or get angry about feeling angry, because now you've got some momentum going with those particular thoughts. And sometimes it can take quite a deal of focus in order to bridge the gap and feel a little bit better by changing your thoughts, simply because your feelings are the attractor to everything. And once they get a good momentum going on, it can kind of it feels a little bit like trying to pull a freight train up. It's not that easy to do because it's got a fair bit of momentum going. So if you've practiced a particular emotion, and by that I mean we create our emotions through our physiology, so how we're sitting, standing, what our posture's actually doing. We create our emotion through the thoughts that we're believing and by what we actually tell ourselves and what we're focusing on at the time. So you can change any one of those three things and you will start to disrupt that particular emotion that you're actually experiencing. But really tune into your emotions. Ask your emotion, and that might sound a bit silly to say that, but what is this emotion trying to tell me? What, you know, is it that you keep putting yourself in compromised positions? Is it that you need to make some new decisions around your health? Is it that you perhaps need to walk away from some friendships or from some relationships? Is it that you need to declare your own worthiness for yourself and stop putting that in the hands of anybody else? Because it's always going to be up and down and fluctuate. If it's in the hands of anybody else, it fluctuates even with ourselves. So what is it that your emotion is actually guiding you? What is it that your emotion is actually telling you? Simply so that you can embrace that emotion and have it be your friend. Go, oh my God, thanks for showing up, because otherwise I would have just driven completely off the path into oblivion and would have not known at all, because I would have been so oblivious. The stronger the pain that you're actually feeling, the more disconnected that you are from what your inner being or what your higher self absolutely knows to be true. And that a lot of the times for so many people is knowing that you're enough, and knowing that you're worthy, and knowing that you're lovable, and knowing that you're wonderful just as you are. And I truly hope that that's brought some form of relief to some of you or been helpful in some way. And if it has, please like, love, or share that with somebody that you love, just knowing full well that it is through the embracing, not the resisting, not the trying to suppress or manage or push down. It's one of the reasons why when people would come and see me at my kinesiology clinic for anxiety, and they'd end up having anxiety about the anxiety, because in my experience, anxiety is a build-up of a lot of emotions that we actually haven't allowed ourselves to express. And so sometimes that anxiety can rise up when we're in the car or when there's nothing else. So we look for the evidence as to why we're feeling that particular way. And with anxiety, it's kind of like pushing down so much into a Coke bottle, and like shaking that Coke bottle, the pressure inside is so full on that now we're actually having a full-on anxiety attack where it's being expressed through the physical body, because the body can no longer contain all of those suppressed emotions. Either that, or you'll have an implosion or an explosion where rage or something else comes out, because that's what's been bottled up for so long as well. So by embracing your emotions, you get quicker and quicker at your guidance, which is your emotions. You get to know, oh, I'm feeling a little bit off today, and that's a little bit of guidance to let you know something's a little bit off. Whereas when we've ignored our emotions or become numb to our emotions for so long, quite often we're not getting the message until like we've already driven off the road and kind of ran into, you know, something fairly substantial, and it hurts. It hurts a lot when we're not tuning in, when we're not listening to those particular emotions. And I did that for years myself. I actually did it for at least 14, 15 years, where I was in a situation that wasn't serving me, and I was ignoring my emotions, ignoring what my guidance was telling me, and actually not choosing to move out of that situation. So much power in really embracing your emotions and asking them, or what is this serving me, or what gift is this, or what message does this particular emotion have for me? So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Loads of love to you all. And of course, if I can help in any way, definitely reach out to me. Send me a PM. Hey Pete, lovely to have you on. Yes, absolutely, Jen. It's so powerful. Hey Anne-Marie, great to have you on as well. Posture's huge, and this is one of the reasons when we're physically tired as well, guys, that you will feel flat, you will feel tired, you'll feel depressed or down, simply because the posture, if you think about the posture, if you had to describe a depressed person, when you're tired, our posture is pretty similar to being depressed. And so it's the same muscle memory that actually triggers the particular emotions of feeling flat or feeling tired. So the second that you start to lift your sternum, you'll have increased confidence, or just feel a little bit more energy rise up within you as well. So have an amazing day. Loads of love to you all. Bye for now.